What's going on, everyone? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the knockoff Kotobukiya 6-inch scale Royal Guard action figures. If you're wondering what the heck are these are actually the scaled down version of the Kotobukiya Artifacts Royal Guard statues. And they can and will fit in with your Black Series figures. And I try to pick up the Emperor here because he fell on his head and now his cloak is all ruined. Oh boy, poor Emperor Palpatine. He's always falling down a hole somewhere. But yeah, I think these look really good. Like I said, they are literally the scaled down version of that statue. That's why their hand is non-articulated right here, and they have no articulation underneath. And you can tell there was a scaled down version of those because of the two missing, the two little divots right here where the feet are. Those were supposed to be where the magnets are, but since they scaled them down, the magnets don't fit anymore. So we have these. So I mean, there's pretty much nothing to them. They're pretty much just, I mean, what you need. They just need two of these guys to stand around, or if you're so inclined, you can get a bunch of them and, you know, have them surrounding the Emperor. But I think they look really good. I'm pretty happy with them. They were part of a lot, and each lot came with one Royal Guard. So I bought two lots. I spent $23 shipped. No big deal, from AliExpress. I trust them. I've ordered from them before. It just wasn't action figure related. So they did include in the lot, I believe, just for the one, it included these troopers. There's a sergeant trooper, and then we have the captain trooper from Clone Wars, and then we have our regular clone trooper, and it also included two more troopers, which are right here. A shadow stormtrooper, and then we have our regular, so I guess it's supposed to be a sand trooper, but it's really poorly painted, and the articulation is totally different from anything Black Series. I mean, it's really lacking articulation, which I'll get to in a second. Let me just set him back here so these guys don't fall over. Okay. These bodies from the neck down are exactly the same as the clone troopers. So when you get these guys, they're kind of just a clone trooper body with a stormtrooper head, which isn't accurate at all. They didn't use the same armor, totally different armor. But I mean, I guess if you need a filler, these could go somewhere. If you needed just some stormtroopers lying dead on the ground for a display, I guess you could use them. For me, they're just kind of like, don't even need them, so I'm just going to toss them to the side. With these guys, I mean, at least they're accurate. They look accurate. They're just really, really hard to stand. I had to boil these guys for a while, and I still have a hard time standing them. They also don't have the regular articulation that the Black Series figure does, and I'll just bring in, I'll set these guys off to the side here, bring in the Black Series figure. There is no hinge at the neck for this guy like he does. He can only swivel. He can't move his arms up really. There's just kind of this loose wiggle that he has. So he can't get the arms up at all. He can do a full 360 rotation though. He does have a really crappy single bend at the elbow, which doesn't even get close to being 90 degrees. No wrist articulation at all. No waist articulation at all. His legs go forward about that far and they go back. I mean, these are really bad knockoffs. Single bend at the knee and no ankle articulation. So they look like they have this type of articulation, but they really don't. So they might look alike, but what you're getting is not the same at all. But I mean, if you just need them to stand around, they can do that. And they do come with blasters. I actually got, what was it, 9 of these blasters. and 9 of these rifles. So, I mean, they are accurate to the clones, just not to the stormtroopers. And he can hold his blaster in his hand. So if you just need him to just kind of stand there and taking orders or something, you could do that. You can get away with that. Let's see what he looks like with the rifle. The rifle might look a little bit more ridiculous because it's so long, and you would naturally want to have him holding it with 2 hands. Unfortunately, you can't get him to hold it with 2 hands because there's no swivel at this wrist, and then you can't really... I'm just kind of putting pressure on the elbow now by getting his hand over. So you're probably just going to want to have him hold this blaster. Call it a day. But you can pull that off if you want. And it came with... Each one came with the same amount of troopers. Now going back to these guys. They're pretty simplistic. There's not a whole lot going on. Like I said, they're scaled down statues. And that's pretty much it. And that's pretty much all you really need these guys for. They're not really shown in combat on screen. So, I mean, they're pretty much just shown guarding the Emperor the whole time. Or following the Emperor around. And speaking of the Emperor, if I can get his cloak back on right, because he fell over and he's always falling down. Poor Palpy. Poor Palpy. He's always falling. But there you go. And he's falling down again. I don't know what's going on with my Emperor here. He does not want to stand properly. He's like way off balance, which is very odd. There we go. Sit, Palpy. Sit. Good Emperor. Yeah. So there you go. I mean, I think it looks good. Some people might say, oh my god, he's a little bit too tall. I don't know. I think it's fine. I'm not going to nitpick that much. I mean, I paid $23 for 2 sets of these, so I'm not going to complain. And where else are you going to find a Royal Guard? So until the Black Series comes out with them, these will do just fine. And if you are curious where I got them from, like I said, I got them from AliExpress.com. That's A-L-I Express, EXPRESS.com. So there you go. Check it out. You just type in Royal Guard action figure and they will come up. I promise you. Sometimes their prices will fluctuate a little bit. Sometimes they're really low, or sometimes they go up a couple bucks. But for the most part, even if you spend... was it $10, $10 to $12, even $15 per lot, $30? Maybe that's kind of pushing it. I don't know if I'd spend $30. I spent $23, and I thought that's pretty much what they're worth. It took a little while to get to me. I'll be honest with you, because they are shipping from China. It took about a week and a half to get to me, but that's actually not that bad when you think about it. I've had some China shipments that take like almost a month to get to me, so but I think it looks good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. There's not really much else left to say about these, to be honest with you. I just need a stand, and I need to get a staff for each one of them, but I can make one on my own. That's no big deal. And just paint one up, make it look good, and then I have my Royal Guards here. So if you're interested, like I said, check out AliExpress.com, and there you go. That's just another outlet. Collectors helping collectors. That's what we do. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. As always, rate, hate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the flip side.